Military troops kills one bandit as it repelled attack in Zamfara state. Governor Zulum pays Borno workers April salaries. Cholera kills 79 in Kano, Bauchi, Osun, Abia, Cross Rivers, 7 other states. On business news, rail transport revenues drops by 21% in 2021. On international scene, over 180 people killed in Sudan. And in sport update, Nigeria drawn against Niger, Togo, Burkina Faso as Under-20 Championship begins May 20th. Hello and welcome to Standard Voice Television Newsroom. I'm Mukuthum Muhammad. One bandit killed and an AK-47 rifle, motorcycle and large quantity of 7.62 mm rounds of live ammunition recovered from bandits in Zamfara state. Several bandits also fled to the forest with possible gunshot wounds. The successes were recorded when troops of Forward Operation Base, Operation Hadarin Daji in Anka local government area, repelled bandits' attack on the local council. The troops attacked the terrorists after conducting fighting patrol within the suspected bandits' crossing points at Tungar Meirakuma village and surrounding communities. It was gathered that troops have continued to dominate the general area in order to capture, neutralize and deny the terrorists freedom of action. Governor Babagana Umar Zulum has approved and released salaries of workers in Borno State for the month of April 2023, even when the month is on its 17th day. This was disclosed in a statement by Zulum's media team, which explained that the gesture shows how the governor has operated in nearly 4 years and also to enable workers prepare for the Eid al-Fitr Salah celebrations expected to hold by the weekend. Workers across the state have started receiving credit alerts, the media team confirmed. The governor wishes all Muslims in Borno State a spiritually fulfilling, joyous and memorable Eid al-Fitr celebrations. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention has reported that a total of 1,336 suspected cases of cholera, including 79 deaths, have been recorded in 12 states this year. The states are Abia, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Cross River, Ebonyi, Kano, Katsina, Niger, Ondo, Osun, Sokoto and Zamfara states. The NSCDC in its situation report on Monday said, of the suspected cases since the beginning of the year, age groups 15 to 24 and 45 years was the most affected age groups for males and females respectively. It said, of all suspected cases, 53% are males and 47% are females. The NCDC said, National Multisectoral Cholera Technical Working Group continued to monitor response across states. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has asked Barrister Yusuf Hudu Ari, the Resident Electoral Commission (REC) for Adamawa State to stay away from office till further notice. This was contained in a circular to the embattled REC signed by Mrs. Rose Oriaran Anthony, Secretary to the Commission. The Administrative Secretary has been directed to take full charge of INEC Adamawa State with immediate effect. Meanwhile, the All Progressive Congress has vowed to resist any attempt to upturn the electoral victory of its candidate Aishatu Dahiru Binani, who was declared winner after Saturday's supplementary elections by the state REC Hudu Yunusa Ari. For more on the story, Zainab Abdulwasi has the details.
The party at a press conference held at its state headquarters in Yola demonized the negative propaganda spread on the medium by agents of the PDP to discredit the process that produced Bilani as winner of the keenly contested election. Expressing its concern, the party's state acting chairman, Elder Sama'ila Tawados, said the party would explore all legal means possible to protect the mandate of Bilani, noting that she is already the state governor-elect. He also absolved the candidate from reports that she attempted to manipulate the process through financial inducement, saying she remains the most popular among other candidates and that there was no need for her to thwart the process. Speaking further, the party said, contrary to false narrative peddled against the candidate, it was the state government who mounted pressure on 2 national commissioners on observation duty to illegally suspend the REC. It also dismissed the reports that the REC usurped another person's power in declaring Bilani as winner, insisting the INEC official is also saddled with such responsibility. Zainab Abdulwasi, reporting for Standard Voice Television.
The Zamfara State Commandant of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC), Mohammed Bello Maazu, has on Monday reunited a 12-year-old boy who was found in Bauchi State with his immediate family in Zamfara State. This was contained in a statement signed by the Corps' Public Relations Officer, SC Iko Oche, and made available to newsmen in Gusau, the state capital. The teenager, who was identified as Mosaddiqu Muhammad, hailed from Magazu village in Safe local government area of Zamfara State. Mr. Oche noted that the child was discovered by the operatives of the Corps at Bauchi State Command while on routine patrol in a garage. The child was seen crying and feeling uncomfortable before he was accosted by the personnel. The boy was then traced to Zamfara State, where he was taken from his parents to Bauchi for Quranic studies in a place called Morocco Quarters. The commandant, however, advised members of the public to be meticulous and careful of the kind of places they take their wards to for studies. The federal government on Monday urged the striking aviation workers to resume work, saying the requested adjustment of the minimum wage will soon be paid. In a statement, the spokesman for the Ministry of Aviation, Oluseyin Odutayo, expressed the ministry's displeasure at the industrial action embarked on by the workers, saying the ministry had made efforts to address their demands. Mr. Odutayo described the strike as unnecessary, stressing that it would increase the hardship by Nigerians as well as lead to economic losses. He asked the aggrieved workers to sheath their swords, shelve their strike and contribute their quota to make the country's aviation industry the hub of Africa. Aviation workers commenced their two-day warning strike with a protest on Monday, a situation that inevitably left many air passengers stranded. The unions involved include National Union of Air Transport Employee, Air Transport Services Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, National Association of Aircraft Pilots and Engineers and Association of Nigerian Aviation Professionals. The Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board (JAMB) on Monday extended the closing date for the 2023 direct entry registration by 1 week starting from Friday, April 21st. In a statement, JAMB spokesman Dr. Fabian Benjamin said the direct entry registration exercise commenced on Monday, March 20th and billed to end on Thursday, April 20th. He explained that the extension was partly to give all holders of Cambridge A-level certificates who were unable to register for the exercise on account of some issues associated with the verification of their certificates another opportunity to do so. He said it will as well accommodate others who wished to register but were unable to do so within the stipulated time. Barring any last-minute change of plans, the federal government will begin payment of the planned increase in civil servants' pay by the end of this month. The President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, is expected to give his final assent for disbursement any moment from now. If the proposal sails through, it means the increase will be coming about 2 months to the June date proposed for the removal of petrol subsidy. Officials of the federal government told the newsmen that the fresh pay increase, tagged consequential allowance, would lead to a 40% rise in the current pay of government workers. Governor Aminu Waziri Tambuwal has appointed a 28-member transition committee to hand over his administration to his successor. A statement by the Secretary to the State Government, Muhammad Mainasara Ahmad Mni, identified that the governor has approved the appointment of the transition committee for the smooth handing over to the incoming administration. The committee will be co-headed by the State Deputy Governor, Manir Muhammad Dan-Iya, and the SSG, Muhammad Mainasara Ahmad Mni. Now on business update. Revenue generated from rail transportation fell by 39% year-on-year to 4.5 billion naira in 2022 from 5.6 billion naira in 2021. The decline in revenue may be attributed to suspension of rail services in parts of the country due to security challenges during the period. Recall that a result of a security breach at the Ajakuta train station in February 2022 forced the Nigerian Railway Corporation NRC to suspend Lagos-Ibadan and Ajaokuta train services. Similarly, in March 2022, NRC also suspended rail operations due to an attack on the Abuja-Kaduna train, which saw the kidnap of over 160 persons and the death of 8 people. However, data from the National Bureau of Statistics Rail Transport Report for third and fourth quarter of last year, Q3 22 and Q4 22, showed that the number of rail transport passengers rose year-on-year by 30% to 3.2 million in 2022 from 2.7 million in 2021. Now on international scene.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
The UN envoy to Sudan has on Monday declared that more than 180 people have been killed in fighting between forces loyal to the country's top 2 generals. Mr. Volker Perthes said more than 1,800 people have been wounded in the fighting that erupted early Saturday. The Sudanese military and a paramilitary group known as the Rapid Support Forces have been battling with heavy weapons and even aircraft in the capital Khartoum and other locations. Civilians have been caught in the crossfire as many shelter at home. The toll could be much higher because there are many bodies in the streets around central Khartoum that no one can reach because of the clashes. There has been no official word on how many civilians or combatants have been killed, but the Doctors' Syndicate earlier put the number of civilian deaths at 97. Now on sport updates. Nigeria's under-20 girls national team, the Falconets, have been drawn against Niger Republic, Togo and Burkina Faso in the WAFU B Girls Cup of Nations, which will run from May 20th to June 4th, 2023 in Kumasi, Ghana. The draw for the maiden edition of the WAFU B Under-20 Girls Championship was held at WAFU B headquarters in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire yesterday, with host Ghana paired in Group A alongside Benin and Côte d'Ivoire. The WAFU B Girls Championship is a qualifying tournament for the African Under-20 Women's World Cup qualification, an association football tournament held every 2 years and serves as a qualifying tournament for the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. In the boys' competition, the Nigeria's Flying Eagles will face Benin and Togo in Group B of the competition, while Ghana's Black Satellites were also drawn to play host Côte d'Ivoire. According to Confederation of African Football, CAF, the draw, supervised by the WAFU B Executive Director, Birema Balima, paves the way for this year's competitions in the region to get underway after last month's training for March officials. Meanwhile, FIFA has confirmed Argentina as new host for the 2023 Under-20 World Cup in place of Indonesia. FIFA said the decision follows the removal of the original tournament host, Indonesia, as well as a subsequent bid submitted by the Argentinian Football Association, AFA, and an on-site inspection by a FIFA delegation to the South American country last week. The delegation members visited the proposed tournament venues and associated infrastructures. The hosting agreement has been signed by the AFA along with all other relevant documents on the part of the host and local authorities. The FIFA Under-20 World Cup will hold from May 20th to June 11th, 2023 and will feature 6 groups of 4 teams having been awarded the hosting rights to the tournament. Argentina will compete in the event in place of Indonesia. And that's all we have on news updates for today, but before we go, a recap of the major headlines. Military troops kills 1 bandit as it repelled attack in Zamfara State. Governor Zulum pays Borno workers April salaries. Cholera kills 79 in Kano, Bauchi, Osun, Abia, Cross Rivers, 7 other states. On business news, rail transport revenues dropped by 21% in 2021. On international scene, over 180 people killed in Sudan. And in sport update, Nigeria drawn against Niger, Togo, Burkina Faso as Under-20 Championship begins May 20th. Thanks for watching. That's the news. I'm Kutha Muhammad. Do have a nice day.